Hello, welcome to East Montgomery County News on Lone Star Community Radio. We record live every Monday at noon from downtown Conroe. I'm your host, Margie Taylor. We hope to inform local residents of Porter, New Caney, and Splendora of local happenings with the Chamber, the New Caney and Splendora school districts, law enforcement, nonprofits that serve East Montgomery County, and local businesses. Listen in every Monday at noon to learn more on Lone Star Community Radio. Well, we're glad you're listening. Our guests today are Claire King, Marketing Director of Neighbors Emergency Clinic, Dorothy Welch, Mayor of Splendora, and Kenneth Wisdom of East Montgomery County Child Save Program. Before we invite our guests into the studio, I wanted to give you a few updates. Last week, we heard from Dr. Bell, Superintendent of Splendora ISD, about the bond election. The election passed on Saturday, May 7th, of a vote of 254 to 245. That's only 9 votes. 9 votes made that difference. So what that means is that it's a $30 million bond for projects, including a new elementary school campus, a cafeteria expansion, fine arts conversion at the high school so that both the dance can use the cafeteria when the children and the students are not eating there, and additional space at the agricultural facility, improved athletic facilities, and other district-wide improvements. So the tax rate is basically a 29 cents per $100 valuation. So if an average home in Splendora ISD is valued at $93,000, the increase would be $22.48 per month or 75 cents per day. So we're excited that the bond was approved and that we will have more room and more schools for our students. Voters also voted Saturday for East Montgomery County Improvement District Board of Directors. The election results reinstated Brenda Webb, Dale Martin, and Catherine Person to continue on the board alongside Scott Hessen, Stephen Carlisle, Leonard Rogers, and Martin Zapata. Newly elected Fred Wetz will replace Isidore Ibarra, who has resigned from his position. East Montgomery County Improvement District offers scholarships for graduating seniors, grants for local organizations, nonprofits, and promotes economic development to the area. Some of the new businesses coming to Porter include Academy, Kroger, General Ballistics and Ammunition Manufacturer, Chili's, a craft beer called Black Pew Brewing, and Grand Texas Theme Park. Yes, you all, the Dinosaur Park is not coming, but the Grand Texas Theme Park is off of 242 and Highway 59. And next to the theme park will be Speed Sports Racing Park. The race park offers an outdoor park great for events, weekend afternoons, or a racing academy to get you up to speed. In other news, Active 911 is a great, smart way to stay connected for any emergency services throughout Montgomery County. It's a new program offered in Montgomery County for an added additional 911 service. It's a way for individuals and families to set up an account for pre-911 calls. This way, you will know about anything like floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, anything that is pertinent to residents in our area of Montgomery County. It is specific. You will only get the 911 calls if it's in your area. And this will help yourself, your family, and your property so that the first responders have more information from dispatch when making the scene. So if anyone, an individual or a company, calls to give you information to have added to fire, comm, or alarm, or key codes, direct them to smart911.com, and that will keep you in the loop. A few important dates to remember are this coming Wednesday, May 11th, is the Observer Network lunch at 11:30 at Homewood Suites. May 14th is Heaven Army of Resources License to Carry class. Lenora Purvis, Executive Director of Heaven's Army, was on our show last Monday, and she spoke about this a little bit, but I wanted to give you an update. That class is going to be May 14th, 8 a.m. to 3:30 for $65, and it includes use of a handgun if you don't have one. Please bring your ammo, lunch, and safety protection. The number to call is 832-401-7965. May 19th is the rescheduled Chamber Golf Tournament at 1 p.m. at Oakhurst Golf Course in Porter. October 1st is the Sawmill Festival, and that was in June of last year, but as we all know, June is a hot time, so we have moved that over to the fall, which will probably be more pleasant weather for us. But what's really going to be cool is that they are having a celebrity axe throw, a lumberjack competition, tractor races, and live entertainment. So the lumberjack competition is going to be with people not only in Texas, but in other states throughout our country. So that is going to be a very exciting time, October 1st, with the Greater East Montgomery County Chamber. May is National Bike Safety Month. Wear a helmet, ride on the sidewalk when possible, wear brightly colored clothing, use hand signals, and travel with your children when you can. Model good bike ethics. This from the Precinct 4 Commissioner's Office. Again, that's National Bike Safety Month. Additional information is available about separating your debris from Commissioner Clark's office. They would like you to separate between your normal household trash, your vegetative debris from the flood, any construction demolition debris, any white goods. White goods, what is that? That is all of your heavy appliance equipment such as refrigerators, stovetop ranges, water heaters, freezers, used air conditioners, washing machines, clothes dryers, those kind of things, and then your electronic waste. So if you can separate those things, they will come and pick up, and this from the Montgomery County Office of Emergency Management. Their office number is 936-523-3907. So if you have any sustained debris from the flooded areas, if your home was flooded, please call them and separate your waste debris, and they will come help you pick it up. Again, you're listening to Margie Taylor at East Montgomery County News on Lone Star Community Radio. We are recording live in downtown Conroe.
Hi folks, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I want to invite you to join me every Saturday morning right here on Lone Star Internet Radio from 8 to 9 for Outdoors with Luke Clayton and Friends. Bill Dance is a frequent guest. Larry Weisser and Mr. Whitetail is on the show every week. We talk a lot of hunting and fishing and generally have a good time. So remember, every Saturday morning, 8 to 9, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Hey Conroe, mark your calendars for the second annual Great Conroe Hot Dog Giveaway. Join the American Legion Post 411 on Memorial Day, May 30th at Candy Cane Park from noon to 4. This free event is open to the public. Help us remember our fallen soldiers and stay for free hot dogs, refreshments, and live entertainment by the fabulous Cheyenne James. Visit www.americanlegionconroe.org for more information.
Hello, Montgomery County. I'm Rachel Baldwin with Special Olympics Texas, Area 6. Are you a fan of courage? Are you a fan of determination? Are you a fan of acceptance, grace, and skill? Then you're already a fan of Special Olympics. Make it official. Volunteer, coach, and or compete and be a fan of dignity and acceptance. The dedication of our Special Olympics Texas volunteers provides mainstreaming experiences for athletes with intellectual disabilities. You will touch the heart of another person, and it will move you in a meaningful way that lifts the spirit. Please visit the Heart of East Texas Area 6 webpage at www.sotx.org. Also, like us on Facebook to be a fan and be part of Special Olympics Texas.
Hello and welcome back to East Montgomery County News today, May 9th. And my first guest sitting in with me is Mayor of Splendora, Dorothy Welch, and she's going to tell us about the exciting things happening this week in Splendora and other things that people want to know about. Dorothy, how are you today?
I am fine, and thank you so much for having me on today.
Of course. So what is going on this week out in Splendora?
Well, this weekend, the 13th and 14th, is our 35th annual Founders Day. It was established in 1981. The city was already in play in 1896, so it's been there quite a while. So it's a 120 years birthday celebration.
That's fabulous. So 35 years. Have you been organizing it for 35 years?
I've only been organizing it for 18 years.
That's still a long time.
It's a long time. So it went from a little craft show to a big barbecue cook-off with craft shows and street dance, and it's sort of like a homecoming to a lot of folks, is what they've told me.
It gets a lot of people there. How many people come out there normally?
There's approximately 3,000 people in the 2 days that come through.
Wow. So tell me a little bit about it. What time is it? Does it start Friday, Saturday, or what?
It starts Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. The street dance will start at 7 o'clock in front of City Hall. It's all free to the public. There will be the craft people will be there, and of course barbecue cook-off teams will be there. On Saturday, lineup for the parade is at 9 o'clock. It kicks off at 10. It's a very large parade. They probably have about 50 entries this year, and they will be throwing out candy. We still allow the
That's
folks
allowed.
Yes,
okay.
we allow them to throw out candy. So bring your bags and your children.
So where do they line up if they still want to be in the parade?
They line up down First Street by the First Baptist Church.
Okay.
Just follow the signs.
Okay. So tell me about the cook-off teams. How many cook-off teams do you have?
We have approximately 50 teams this year, probably about 35 at City Hall, and we have teams at our new park, our Heritage Park on First Street.
Do you have different categories, and do they win prizes?
They do win prizes. There's a cash prize, and there's trophies, and there's bragging rights.
Well, that's important, too.
So
that's probably the most important.
They have the barbecue, briskets, chickens, ribs, an open spot, and then they have dessert.
What kind of desserts do you think are going to be out there?
I've seen cheesecakes to candied fruits, to dipped strawberries, just anything you can imagine.
Cobbler?
Is that cobblers, all kind of cobblers.
Cobbler goes really well with barbecue.
Yes.
Well, that sounds great. I know I was out there last year, and it was very busy. You have to have law enforcement out there so you can cross the street and park and all of that. Where do they park for this?
We have parking at the school alongside of the railroad track. Folks will park there. At the First Baptist Church, they'll park there also. We do have shuttles that will shuttle people back and forth to their cars to the events. This year we're having a really large car show. Approximately 80 cars are entered into that. And so we've sent our overflow. Every year I turn away about 20 people who want to come in the last minute for a craft show. So we have food vendors and kids games there and more craft vendors at the car show. And it'll be across the street from the post office.
So is it a car club that comes, or is it individuals? How do they
There
participate?
is a car club, and there's individuals also. So it's open to the public. I don't know the fee, but it's not very much to join that. And of course, it's all free to enter.
Okay, so people that want to still... Do you have room for vendors still?
I still have room for vendors for the Saturday show. It's $35. You can contact me at 281-513-0247, and I will get you in a nice spot.
Okay, that sounds good. And so people can join the parade for Saturday morning. They just probably line up.
Just show up.
Just show up by the Baptist Church. And cars can still enter for the car show as well?
I'm not sure about the cars, but I do know about the vendors.
Well, could they call you anyway, and then you could follow up with them?
Yes, if you'll give me a call, I'll definitely find out for you.
Okay. So tell me about the funding for the Founders Day. What do you do with the money that is collected?
The money that's collected during Founders Day, we've given out 5 scholarships. It was 2 $1,000 scholarships, and the rest were $500. And then the other monies that they give to the city to beautify the park. They've put in the restrooms, the pavilion, the older park equipment was all provided by Founders Day, and also all of our Christmas decorations was bought by Founders Day.
Oh, those are very nice things. So it's all a big community-based project to help the community.
Yes, it is. It's to help our community and help our children.
Is this the largest event that you have in Splendora?
This is the only event and the largest event.
Well, now, I know you have sports parades and different things like that for baseball
parades,
season.
yes.
Yes. So, okay. So tell me, what else is going on in Splendora?
We have just received information from East Montgomery County Improvement District that the city will receive a splash pad, a 5,000 square foot splash pad that will be in our new park, our Heritage Park on 1st Street, and we're really excited about that.
That'll be nice.
Yes, and hopefully that'll come in late July. We'll be ready for the children to enjoy.
I'm sure the kids will all be ready, and so will the parents by July. You know, with all the heat and all that, maybe it'll happen before the 4th of July. Who knows?
Yes.
So,
and it's all free to the kiddos, and we're close by other cities, and it's just open to anyone that wants to come in and enjoy that.
Wonderful. What else is going on?
We do have a grant in with the East Montgomery County Improvement District to restore our old Burroughs home. With all the growth, the new growth that we have in the whole of East County, I think it's really important that we preserve our past. And this home is 109 years old, and we've already started preserving it, and we've got grants and helps with other monies. We will get this up as a little museum, and it's in our Heritage Park on 1st Street.
That's very nice. How long have you lived in Splendora?
I've lived in Splendora for 52 years.
52 years. Wow. So you've seen a lot of growth out there.
A lot of growth. When I moved there was only 3 cars on a busy day.
And I know, being a Splendora resident, I don't know what you call them,
Splendorian.
Splendorian,
Yes.
That's right. I've seen that on Facebook. So being a Splendorian, we are having more and more traffic. My husband was saying that a lot of times it takes forever to get out on 2090 because of all the traffic that's coming through there now. So.
Yes, we do. And with the new feeder road that's there on the side of the freeway by the bank in Splendora, that's going to help alleviate some of that traffic. It'll help folks get to where they need the stores without getting on the freeway and getting back off.
Yeah, we have a lot of progress going on out there. I saw them working on that over the weekend. And we have some great restaurants out there, too, that people probably don't realize, but the Splendora Cafe and
Cole's Barbecue, they have
yes.
a band on Friday and Saturday nights. That's a real fun place to go.
Absolutely.
So
yes, and they've done some fundraisers with one of our guests that's going to be on here today as well. So for all you that don't know that things are happening in Splendora, you need to come out this weekend to Founders Day, because it's a happening place with lots of cars, lots of people, a car show, food, vendors. I know the East Montgomery County Fire Department will be out there as well. I'm sure Jim Clark will be out there. Don't you have a live auction too?
We do have a live auction. It's for our barbecue cook-off teams. They donate a barbecue ribs and brisket, and we auction that off, which also funds everything that we do there in the city. We have a lot of children's programs, horseshoe contest, and just a lot of different things for kiddos to do. We also have a dog contest, best dog in town. It used to be the ugliest dog in town, but people don't want their dogs to be ugly, so we changed it to the best dog in town.
What time is that?
That's going to be at 10 in the morning. Come to the gazebo with your pooch.
With your dog?
Yes.
Huh. Well, I have Longhorns. You know, Longhorns and horses and cows, but my Longhorns would like to be in it, but I guess they'll have to wait for another time. So, okay. Well, how was your Mother's Day?
My Mother's Day was great. We had a gender reveal for my 8th great-grandchild, and it was just really fun. It was a good Mother's Day.
So, what are you having?
A boy.
A boy,
Yes,
okay.
a boy.
So how many? You have 8 grandchildren. How many girls?
Great-grandchildren.
Great.
Oh, I have to count them up. We have more boys than girls. I have 10 grandchildren.
Wow.
So,
well, I just had my 3rd grandchild born last Monday, a 10-pound baby girl.
oh, wonderful.
And I got to go see her. They had an at-home birth through a midwife. So that's was
real
interesting. Yes, and everything went well. So to all the mothers out there, I hope you all had a fabulous day. Mothers-to-be, stepmothers, grandmothers, pet mothers, furry mothers, all of that. Well, I appreciate... Do you have something else?
I would like to mention
Yes.
that we do have a new subdivision that's coming in behind the ballpark. We're real excited about that. Mr. Martin and Signorello will be building the homes there, and I think that's going to really add to the value of our city, and it'll just be really, really nice.
When do they start selling, or have they?
They haven't started selling. They are preparing the lots and getting the infrastructure in, so we look for that to get off the ground real soon.
Oh, fabulous. You are listening to East Montgomery County News at Lone Star Community Radio, and we are recording live. The call-in number is 936-647-3776. Thank you for listening.
Did you know there are more than 790 abused and neglected children currently in foster care in Montgomery County? Will you help make a difference? I'm Allie Stevens with Casa Child Advocates of Montgomery County. We train and support volunteers to be the voice of children in the foster care system. Kids are removed from their home because of abuse and neglect, and we need volunteers just like you to advocate for these children. To learn more about becoming an advocate, please visit CasaSpeaksForKids.com. That's CasaSpeaksForKids.com.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last city council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
The Conroe YMCA's benchmark adaptive programming for kids and adults is Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith is an equine-assisted therapy program serving children and adults with adaptive needs. The riders in our Leap of Faith program are working to address and manage specific aspects of their lives impacted by illness, injury, or disability. The Leap of Faith program has experience working with riders who are living with attention deficit or other hyperactivity disorders, hearing impairments, visual impairments, developmental delays or disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy, head traumas, brain injuries, and paralysis. Our program uses horseback riding to develop self-confidence and self-esteem, to increase upper and lower body strength, assist in respiratory issues, and establish a trusting relationship between the rider and their horse. Not only do these activities aid in the physical and mental development of the rider, but they also foster self-reliance and independence. For more information regarding our program, to become a rider, or to volunteer with a great group of people, please call our Welcome Center at 936-441-9622 or visit our website at www.ymcahouston.org/Conroe.
Hello, we're back. This is Margie Taylor on East Montgomery County News at Lone Star Community Radio every Monday at noon till 1. And we had just finished our conversation with Mayor Welch of Splendora about Founders Day and some of the exciting things going on in the Splendora community. So if you don't think there's things going on in East Montgomery County, you need to listen to this radio station because there's a lot going on. My next guest is from Neighbors Emergency Clinic. I have Claire King and Erin. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, Erin, what is your position?
My name is Erin Mattingly, and I'm one of the regional field marketing managers for Neighbors. So I'm actually stationed here in Houston, and I cover Houston, Beaumont, and Tyler area.
Wonderful. We are excited that you're not only on the show, but that you're in Porter. So how long have you been in Porter now? A month? 30 days?
Not even. Yeah, March 12th was our open date, and then we had our big grand opening bash April 9th. So that was a lot of fun.
So tell me about it. Tell me about your clinic. Tell me about why you're in Porter. Just tell me everything.
So Neighbors Emergency Center is a freestanding emergency center. You might have noticed several of them popping up in the area. Basically, we just took the ER out of the hospital and put it closer to our communities to add access to care for our local areas. So we want to make sure that when our communities need emergency care, they can get it fast and efficiently and close to home.
Well, and that hits home for us because my husband, who is the fire chief of East Montgomery County, kind of had an accident back in February, the end of February. It was actually the day we had a chili supper, and the closest one was in Kingwood. Right. But everybody there was very efficient. Mm-hmm. It was fast. He got x-rays done. It was a very good experience. So we are very glad that you're local now, too. A little bit more local than Kingwood.
Being in Porter, it definitely opens up the area for people in Cleveland, Splendora, even Conroe to come in and have, access to our care closer.
And it is very close. Anybody who lives in East Montgomery County, that it's very easy to get to right off the feeder at 59. What is the exit that it's near?
1314.
1314. Okay, so you can either go to the emergency clinic or you can go to Walmart.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that area.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. So, literally you can't miss us. You exit 1314 and then we're just right there off the feeder if you're coming in from the north side of town. If you're coming in from the south side of town, then you would exit Community Drive and then just make the U-turn.
Right. And now Community Drive is open. Yes,
yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you very much.
And God bless 99,
very excited
too.
about
right
that.
By the new highway.
Right.
99, absolutely.
Yes,
Exactly.
99. That'll take you all the way to Katy and beyond.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Cuts down those drive times.
Tell me about some of the services that you offer there.
Sure. So Neighbors is, like I said, a full-service emergency room. So we offer CT, X-ray, full-service lab. All of our physicians are emergency trained. All of our nurses are emergency trained. We have ultrasound capabilities and any other kind of lab that you would need in an emergency situation. We can take care of it for you on site there. And our staff is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a chance to give them credit because they truly make lives better on a daily basis by offering excellent care efficiently, getting our patients in and out the door and feeling truly cared for and taken care of.
So what about follow-up? Do they offer referrals for local doctors if you need to go see a specialist or something like that? Or do you have to go back to your own doctor? Or how does that work?
You can choose how you would like it to work. We have relationships with area physicians, so we can refer out to a specialist if need be. We can call in advance so that they can get you in quickly. If you need to be hospitalized, we have great relationships with Memorial Hermann and Kingwood hospitals, so we could admit you to your
any of the local hospitals you can get them into. What about the medical center in Houston?
Absolutely, we can do that as well. So it's a lot of choice left up to the patient. They can choose where they want to go. If they don't have a preference, we're going to send them to the hospital that can treat them best.
Most efficiently.
Correct.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And for whatever their needs are.
Correct.
So do you take all insurances?
We take all private insurances. So at this time, we're not currently a Medicaid or Medicare provider. So private insurances being, insurances provided by your company, that kind of thing. And I always encourage people to check your emergency room benefits and know before you come in.
They are. That's smart.
And that way you're an educated consumer walking through the door and we can work with you and take care of you really quickly.
And, of course, you take workman's comp.
Absolutely.
I happen to know that.
Absolutely. We do. We take workman's comp.
Okay. So what else do we need to know about your
We also
clinic?
do take chips at certain locations.
Correct.
So that is
Oh, really?
Since chips
That's
is
good information.
Yeah,
Yes.
since chips is Medicare, Medicaid, that is on a national basis, and chips is here Texas,
And
you know,
kids
ran. So
sometimes have accidents.
absolutely.
Or illness or something that needs to be treated right away.
Absolutely. And so we do accept chips. And then in our centers, we do have children rooms. So they've got a little table in the room specialized for children. So it's nice to have that kind of personal kind of relationship where you know, actually you're seeing a doctor. You don't feel like a number. You actually feel like a person when your child's, you know, has a room that makes them feel a little bit more comfortable in an uncomfortable
Well, it's
situation.
scary anyway
Oh, yeah,
to
big
have
time.
to go, especially when you're not feeling well or you
Right.
got hurt.
It's
or
scary when
something
you're
like
an
that.
adult. I can't even imagine, you know, when you're younger having to go in, and it kind of takes out the scary waiting time too of in a hospital ER setting where you know, kind of see all sorts of accidents, you know, kind of right there walking through. Plus you have a little bit longer of a wait time, you know, historically when you go to a traditional
good
ER.
point.
We usually typically see patients within 10 minutes. So I know I've been there. I've actually been seen myself, you know, being in the industry, lifting up some boxes, twisting my knee.
Got to know how it feels,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it was really neat for me to actually go through the process and get, you know, welcomed in and go through everything. And I was in and out within 30 minutes.
Right.
So, I mean, it was really nice to actually have that kind of customized care. And then they do follow up, like Erin was saying. I've seen a couple of the nurses, you know, actually call and like, hi, just, you know, Miss, you know, Smith, just wanted to follow up in regards to your recent visit. Make sure you're taking your medicine. Make sure you got that prescription filled. You know, wanted to make sure, see how the pain level is. And that's stuff you don't usually, when you go to a traditional ER, you hear from them, but it's usually in a bill.
And
you
that's
know,
it.
Yeah, capacity. Like, you
Here,
need to pay your bill. Here you
pay,
go.
Pay this, and then we'll see you later.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.
And so we take pride in making it, you know, more personalized. Well, and like Erin said, a lot of our trained ER doctors are actually invested in the centers themselves. So it's in their best interest that, you know, the centers, we have that kind of, like you were talking about, that personal great service, because we base our business on referrals. You wouldn't refer a girlfriend who got a bad haircut to that hairdresser. So same with, you know, your medical services.
So what are some of the ways that you're growing your relationship and getting people to know more about your clinic?
I'll let Claire address that because she's our liaison in this area.
Yeah, so I handle the Kingwood Porter area. And what we do is, that's a little different than other ERs as well, as we're very involved in the community. So I know personally, you know, with Greater East Montgomery Chamber, that's a great chamber to be a part of. Yeah. So absolutely.
Yes.
Love being a part of that. And then, you know, just doing our community outreach, where last week, Teachers Appreciation Week, I, you know, was able to donate quite a few hand sanitizers and Clorox wipes to a couple schools that were, you know, low income. So things like that we get out, donate items. We always, you know, I always tell people in the area, you know, ask me. All I can do is, you know, say no, or I might be able to help you. Definitely doing things like that, working with the
Outreach,
you know, schools.
You know, there's a Founders Day in Splendora this weekend.
Yes, I just heard.
So just throwing that out there. I believe she said she still has some spaces available.
So there you go. And stuff like that
Yes.
we love to be a part of. And me being in the area.
And that's a huge event. She says they get 3,000 to 3,500 people, car show, barbecue cook-off.
Yeah, and so that's
parade,
exactly the
la,
type
la,
of things we like to be involved in, just to let them know, hey, we're, you know, we have that hashtag best neighbors ever, but truly that's what we want to be, is not just, you know, a doctor's office, you know, oh yeah, if you break your, to see us in a different, you know, capacity as well within the community.
Well, that's fabulous. So there's a growing trend to have these emergency clinics. How did that all come to be? Because now they're starting to just pop up in different areas. Although I do think you're the only one in our area. Am I
think
correct?
we are for the time being, so let's just hope we keep that on lockdown.
Right?
But no, there's other, you know, great freestanding ERs out there. So, I mean, the basic thing is we want people to get taken care of. And, you know, we know that there's different choices out there, and we appreciate when people come to us, you know, to trust us with that health care. I believe it started in 2008, though, with the freestanding ERs, and I'll let Erin, since, you know, she's been in the business a little bit longer than I have.
So the business is still fairly young. It started out with several ER physicians coming out and saying there needs to be a better option. This can't be all there is. You know, they were sick of the full waiting rooms and the hallway beds, and just knew that there was needed to be a better
pleasant
option.
experience. No, it was
Correct.
horrible. You'd wait for hours and hours.
Right.
That's why I have asthma, so when I would go in there, not breathing, they usually let you in. So I tell people, okay, if you start like wheezing, you'll get in right away.
Right, exactly. Exactly. But I mean, that's the truth. We joke about it, but I mean, you would sit in an ER waiting room for hours upon end with people sitting next to you coughing. You might leave with the flu when you only went in with a broken leg. And so they created this concept of having a freestanding emergency center. And now Texas, over the past couple of years, actually came out with a specific licensure for freestanding emergency centers. So,
well, I want to get back with you and hear some more, but I want to let people know that the call-in number is 936-647-3776. You are listening to East Montgomery County News on Lone Star Community Radio.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Heaven's Army of Resources and Recreation Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization featuring a 10,000 square foot building located at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas. At Heaven's Army, we offer over 26 different services free for all ages, from karate, dance, drug and alcohol classes, anger management, parenting, food and clothing pantries, to just name a few. We are supported solely by volunteers and private donations. Our main mission is to glorify God in all that we do. At Heaven's Army, we strive to be a hand up, not a handout. Come check us out at 19325 FM 1485 West, New Caney, Texas, or call for more information at 281-689-5864. You may also learn more about Heaven's Army by visiting our website at heavensarmyofresources.com.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Hi, this is Margie Taylor, and we're back here with Neighbors Emergency Clinic as our second guest. And we are broadcasting live from downtown Conroe with East Montgomery County News. I wanted to remind everyone that there will be a podcast available on Wednesdays that will be shared on the EMC News Facebook page. And it's also available on our show page, irlonestar.com/EMCN. Erin, so can you tell me a little bit more about Neighbors Emergency Clinic?
Sure. So we are a freestanding emergency room. We can do anything a hospital-based emergency room can do, but typically we do it in under an hour. We see our patients in less than 10 minutes, and then usually they're in and out our doors, seeing a physician, having their prescription or whatever it is that they need, and out our doors in under an hour.
So why wouldn't anyone go to you rather than any other place? I mean, if it's easy,
Great question,
if it's
Margie.
efficient.
Great question.
Seriously, why would you?
Well, and, you know, there are urgent cares out there that can help in a lot of situations. But as far as emergency care goes, we believe that Neighbors is number one, and we're truly making lives better. So we want to get out there and let people know that we're there.
So what is the difference between urgent and emergency? Is there a difference?
Sure. So emergency rooms, basically you would come to us for anything you would go to a traditional hospital emergency room for. Urgent cares are going to give a little bit of a lower level of care, meaning that they may not have x-ray on site, they may not have CT on site. There are a few here and there that might have that, but very few do. Most of them do not have lab capabilities that are in-house that can run the labs immediately. Most of the physicians are going to be family practitioners, which is great, but if you are in need of emergency services, you will need an ER doc, which is when you come to one of our freestanding emergency centers.
And Neighbors is also a 24/7 ER, so we're open.
So they're true
We're
emergency.
open all day, every day.
Anything you need. Do you get a lot of people that come in there just for routine maintenance things?
Off and on we do. Off and on we do. People have a tendency to really love our doctors, and they want to use them as their primary care. But I encourage people to understand their insurance and benefits, to know why that may or may not be a good solution for them. So since we are an ER, we file with insurance as such. So say you were to go to an urgent care, your insurance benefits are going to pay very differently than they would if you come to an emergency room or to your primary care physician for that.
Correct.
matter.
I mean, it could be $25 versus $75 or $100 because you're going to emergency care.
Right.
So, of course, you triage these things too.
Correct.
And what exactly does triage mean?
So we give everybody a complimentary medical screening exam. That is when an emergency room physician comes in and assesses your situation. If you don't have an emergency, that physician will tell you, congratulations, you don't have an emergency, and you are free to seek care. We are happy to treat them if they choose to see us as convenience care. That is absolutely understandable. You're already there. You want to just get it taken care of. We can do that as well. But we do let you know, hey, if it's non-emergent and we feel like you can seek care at somewhere that might be a better fit for you financially, we're happy to refer you out.
And that's what you had mentioned earlier about specialists and things like that.
Right.
So we definitely always refer out to somebody. So if they come in with a broken foot, we'll obviously treat that. But then on Monday, hey, here you go. Here's a specialist.
Here's an orthopedic doctor.
Absolutely.
Check it out and see if it's in your coverage area or whatever.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. So we try to be as transparent as possible when it comes to those things, and it's helpful as well.
So in conclusion, can you tell me some places where people could connect with you, maybe in person, because it's all about relationships, any coming up outreach activities, anything like that?
Sure. You can always look for us on our webpage, www.nec24.com. And then you can look for Claire out in the community in this area. She has lots of events that she attends and is going to.
Absolutely. So I think the next upcoming event that we have would be the Lake Houston Chamber meeting, Party on the Green. We're going to be there, as well as we are sponsoring a table at the Mud Challenger on the 21st, which will be up in Cleveland. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but come out and see us. We'll be there, making sure that everybody's got some neighbors, swag and memorabilia.
So will you be participating in the golf tournament the Chamber's doing on the 19th? Not this time?
Not this time. We participated in the last one, so we were the beverage cart sponsor.
Well, fabulous. I hope to see you around. I know I'll see you at the Chamber activities.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to have you here today, Claire and Aaron.
Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can do this again.
Absolutely.
So we are looking for sponsors. If anybody's interested, go to our page at irlonestar.com/EMCN. You're listening to East Montgomery County News at Lone Star Community Radio.
I'm Lieutenant Bob Berry with the Conroe Police Department, reminding you that drinking and driving do not mix. Drinking and driving causes an alcohol-related fatality every hour in the United States. Stay sober and stay alive.
At Jazzy Junk, volunteers reclaim, restore, and recycle. Jazzy Junk is a non-profit resale storefront where you will discover wonderful, unique finds at very affordable prices on furniture, antiques, books, art, home decor, and more. When you shop Jazzy Junk, you support New Danville, a community for adults with developmental disabilities. We receive new donations daily, so plan a visit to Jazzy Junk today to find that perfect item or gift. Our motto is here today, gone today, so remember to hurry in and shop often for the best selection. Jazzy Junk is located in the outlets at Conroe on League Line Road and I-45 North. Call 936-441-4500 or visit our website, jazzyjunk.org, that's JUNQUE, for more information and store hours.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
Hello, this is Margie Taylor with East Montgomery County News on Lone Star Community Radio. It's a great day to be out here in downtown Conroe. It's beautiful weather outside. Of course, we just had Mother's Day. Yay for us moms, grandmas, and moms of our furry animals. I have with me today, my last guest is Kenneth Wisdom from East Montgomery County Child Safety. Thank you.
How you doing today?
Fabulous. So I don't know much about your nonprofit organization. Is it just in East Montgomery County?
No, ma'am. We service East Montgomery County and all the surrounding areas.
Well, tell me what it is exactly.
East Montgomery County Project Safe Child is an organization that educates and trains not only parents but children in the safety. We do internet safety, we do latchkey program, we do stranger dangers, and we do child identification.
So where is your next event where you will be to set up a program for parents that were interested in finding out?
Our next event is May 13th, 14th, and 15th. We'll be at what they call, it's a Hug a Tree, Kiss a Fish Foundation. It'll be at Artesian Lakes out of Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
It's out of Cleveland. There'll be about 1,500 people there that weekend, so we'll be set up the whole weekend.
So that's this weekend?
Yes, ma'am. That's this weekend coming up.
So you won't be out at Founders Day?
No, ma'am.
Unfortunately.
I had already scheduled that ahead of that.
So tell me, how long has your organization been in process?
We just started in January of 2016. It's been
brand new.
Brand new. It's been an ongoing program for a while. I used to do foster care for a long time. I've taught school at the school district a little bit, so it's just something that's kind of been needed, and I jumped in and filled that void.
So exactly what is it that you guys do? You try to spread awareness about different latchkey programs for the kids that go home alone, and child ID if they're lost. I need to have a better understanding of what you do.
Yeah, the child ID program is very basic. We have a sealed packet that we give to every parent. In that packet has finger printing progress test, DNA swabs, and the kit that they can fill out and put the school picture with. That goes home with everybody that wants one. It's sealed. We don't keep absolutely no information whatsoever. That way you can put it in your safe. God forbid, if anything ever happens, you'll have that. The internet safety is very simple. We try to teach the children how to be more safe on the internet and what to do. And today's internet is really not the big computers. It's the phone that's in your pocket. That's the big internet safety problem now. People sharing videos, sharing pictures, and then your phone automatically tags where you live.
What about Snapchat? Have you heard of that one?
Yes, some of my kids that come and visit do Snapchat, and they do Instagram and stuff like that. We try to teach them what could happen. We try to teach them what not to put out there. So if we can save one child from doing that, then we're doing our mission.
Sounds very interesting. So the parents keep the fingerprints,
Yes. They keep
the DNA, the whole thing.
The whole package.
They keep with them. So do you work with the schools, law enforcement,
to
get this information out?
We're working with Rowdy Hayden a little bit. We're going to get more involved with him. Right now we're doing organizations like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, sports leagues through Splendora, through EMCSA. We're doing people that want to come in and build a group. Patton Village has given us the use of their old police department, which is now their community room that we can use once a week. As soon as we get that set up, we'll be doing classes there. The other main programs we have is Stranger Danger, teaching the kids who's strangers and who's not, how to have code words, how to be more safe instead of just walking around with anybody.
This sounds like something that would be a good program for the schools.
Yes, I know New Caney has a internet safety program. Splendor is just now getting into it. But no matter what program you have, there's going to be few people that fall through the crack. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're for. We're trying to catch everybody that don't want to go to school or that doesn't want to go to the school programs, but would want to go somewhere else. We're working with Rowdy that's going to give us a link on our Facebook page and on our web page where if somebody doesn't want to report something bad straight to the police, they can actually hit that page and go on from our web page.
Okay, so nobody knows who's reporting
Right.
it. It's anonymous.
Yes, anonymous.
So they don't feel obligated,
That's right.
but yet
if they feel
they're providing
unsecured with
important
something,
information
yes.
to help a child.
Yes.
So if they see something that just looks a little weird, they'll be able to
go
that.
through our website and our Facebook page and go to him.
So just January, that's a very short time. You're
Yes,
into your
ma'am.
5th month. So what are you doing? So you have this event coming up this weekend in Cleveland.
Yes.
And how would people know about that? What are you using? Is that in the Observer, or how would people stay connected with where you're going and where you'll be?
We have a Facebook page called East Montgomery County Project Safe Child. And also we have a web page. It's www.emcprojectsafechild.com. They can go on there and keep up of all the dates that we got coming. We do have a event coming next weekend, May the 21st in Splendor. It'll be at the Splendor Youth Football Field. It's called Chasin' Payson, which is a 5-year-old young man that has Cornelia D. Lang syndrome that we're trying to help do.
What is that?
Cornelia D. Lang syndrome is a disease that affects the bones and the growth and the ability to heal himself. So we're going to be out at that event. There's probably going to be about 300 people at that event. So we're not only do we try to save our children from predators, we also are there to help any way we can with anybody else that needs our help.
Partner with other appropriate organizations. Okay. So you will be there out in Cleveland. Where exactly is that location in Cleveland?
It's at the Artesian Lakes. It used to be called Chain of Lakes.
Oh, yes. We've gone camping there in years
I'm not
gone
sure
by.
the
It's
exact
out towards
address.
Rye.
Right. You go out towards Rye, out 787.
Okay.
And as soon as you pass the San Jacinto River, it's the next right on your right.
So people can connect with you on your Facebook page, East Montgomery County Project Safe Child.
Yes, ma'am.
And on your web page
at www.emcprojectsafechild.com.
Fabulous. Anything else you would like to add?
Well, that we are strictly run by donations only. We charge nobody no kind of fees for anything that we do. So we are always looking for any kind of help, support, donations.
Could they contact you on either one of these pages to follow up and make a donation?
Yes, there's actually on the web page, there's a PayPal that they can go in and donate through
and do
PayPal.
it that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you very much, Kenneth, for being a part of this show. We like to inform people of things that are important to them in East Montgomery County, Porter, Splendora, and New Caney. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out this production on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, and TV media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production, produced by the show host and Dick Schissler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schissler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.